I just know when I go in my basement. I mean, bodies. They had a bunch of stuff here for a party, like porta potties. I went to look in the porta potties. I saw people like all this blood and stuff where the Hamas just came, just started massacring people, like just and finding anyone was trying to escape, burning them alive. And so what they did though is they started planting trees. Israel is trying to change this as people come here.
Right.
And you don't see any more bullet holes. You don't see any more. It's like you almost don't realize, but every single tree is planted on behalf, in memory of those lives that were tragically lost in the attack here on Saturday morning on Simchat Torah 1 year ago on October 7th. Each picture is named after a different person. There's thousands of trees planted, and because there was how many people were injured? 3,300 injured, 251 people taken hostage. So I don't know. You can come back if you want, but you can see people come here all the time, and they would just take a quick look at. They write the Torah here, by the way. They have a person writing the Torah, like in that tent, just like saying that life will return. And you can see how close. We're right next to Gaza, by the way. Right next to Gaza. So you could see that families come here to remember these that were murdered, and you see that different people in different walks of life that had come to just celebrate life and friendship. Many of them were peace activists too, which they would do. The people that lived in this area, a lot of them were peace activists that would do soccer games with Gaza children, do, of course, jobs, provide jobs, cleaning, building for people of Gaza. And those very people came along with the Nukhba terrorists, which are the elite wing of the Hamas, of like soldiers that came alongside them with them. And just, for example, Ron Shermer, massacred. And his family came and put a little memorial garden and also a tree in his name. And each one has a different story. There's those VR glasses over that way where you can see a little bit more of the kibbutz, how the kibbutz thing, but here you can sort of see how it happened. That's Gaza right over there. That's Gaza, literally just over with us. There, sun is setting along the sea. That is a makach, which a makach is a gun on a tank. It's not one you carry. It's a big one on the tank. So that's where Gaza is, and you'll hear explosions here a lot. We have been putting the crunch on them, and they're just. It's becoming harder and harder for them to launch an assault against us because we're removing their weapons every single day, destroying their tunnels every single day. But they went all the way to Beersheba. They were in Alumim, Nachalos, Kfar Aza, Saad. They were in Kfar Aza, Beri, Re'im, all over, and they just literally massacred everybody, throwing grenades into windows, into bomb shelters. And you can just see how it's literally 5 kilometers from where we are, 5 kilometers away. 5.7 kilometers is 5.07 kilometers. That way is Gaza, and that's where they knocked the fence down not that far away and came right over here, 5 kilometers. And they had motorcycles. They had these kind of strange-looking, kind of Asian-style motorcycles. Weapons were mostly Kalashnikov rifles, not the American-made M16. Or M4, and so it's just really sad to see people come here and weep over their fallen friends, because a lot of them are younger. It's not natural. It's not natural to have every single wall of a kibbutz entrance gate or a town hall with dead people on the walls. So it just, if you even say it, it sounds weird. Why are all these dead people? All these dead people around, pictures of them. Some of those were hostages, but not these. All were massacred, killed. It's not natural to see death every single day for a whole year now, almost, October 7th. But you know what? Life is springing back, and Am Yisrael Chai, and life continues. And we will continue to stand in the gap and fight to make sure that this will never happen again, and that this nation will be free as God intended it, and security will return to our borders. And you know what? We'll bring them home and let my people go for the hostages, and make God's will be done. Hey, you can walk through here and see, there's one little place that's over there. almost 1 year ago. We're almost 7th of October 2024. We're almost there. Look at that. So you can see they bring also soldiers. You're going to see a group of soldiers over here that are sharing some of the stories of some of the soldiers who were in the army at the time that they were here. They're just telling the new cadets that are the new drafted officers and soldiers. They're telling them that we're here for a purpose. We're not here to waste our time. We're here to defend life. To be the defense force is really needed more than ever. There's the national anthem. They're taking sometimes Yalom guys that are injured in Gaza. They'll fly into Gaza, which is right over there, where the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So you'll see they fly right into the sunset and take. And it happens almost every day that soldiers are flown out to the hospital after being injured in Hamas, IEDs, mines, weapons, RPG attacks, tunnel explosions, different things, and accidents, and they're flown. So these helicopters you hear are live. What you see on the news is what we're doing every day. That's what you see on the news. Once you get here, I tell you, you get here, get your uniform on, and you get back into the midst of it, and it's very real. Whereas living out and about, it's not as real. You feel it. I mean, put the grenade in your pocket, check your gun, that everything's oiled and ready, and you're into the battle. So.